this planet.
Yep, fully healed and ready to go. Surely nothing can go wrong.
Of course. All that's left is to
the end of the
escape.
game.
Yep.
Because there's no final boss after this game.
Yep.
It's just the end of the game.
Alright, let's call the ship, get out of here.
Call the ship and go home.
You thought you'd be escaping this planet? No, it was me, Ridley! Wait, what?
Under normal circumstances, if we were playing the original game.
Hi, how dare you take my Metroid? I need this for research. So yes, your final boss of this game. Surprise, a new boss to this game. Ridley. This model in particular is called Bio Ridley. It's weird, it almost feels like it's basically crossing over frickin' Prime a little bit. Makes me feel like they're only able to get mechanical enhancements for the Prime trilogy. Where this game, well, yeah, well, they got more of the, like, genetic makeup back on them. So, yeah. Bio Ridley. May not be the... I was gonna say it may not be the most impressive Ridley fight. It's a pretty good freaking Ridley fight, though.
Yeah.
Just watch out for his tail, his fire breath.
And the slam.
Yep. At least he used your plasma beam and all that this fight. So your
I'm
plasma
not
beam
sure
is
if
probably...
missiles work unless they expect me to hit him in the face with
In
it.
the face, probably. Yeah, plasma beam is generally your... Oh, there you go. Damn it, this is too much! I'm getting out of here! Get back here, Ridley! Ridley! You can't escape me!
I'll chase you to you. Oh,
Get the hell off me! Ow! Ow, God, the tickles! Ah, shit! Ow! That's right, bitch! Get the hell away from me! Ow! Frickin' useless pterodactyl rodent. Seriously, what a fucking waste of time that was. Oh, fuck. I am not a waste of time, you know better, god damn it. This version of the regular theme is pretty cool, too. Yep. By the way, there's multiple phases to this fight. One of the most cinematic fights in this game, but then again, it's Ridley. It kind of deserves it. Yep, now he's not flying anymore. He's doing like what he did in Prime 1. Going for ground combat. But he's pretty freaking vicious. So, yeah. Be careful of his claw swipes. Oh, right. Gotta show the bottom screen to show your health because you're nearly dead. Again, not a bad fight to have your, like, electric shield on floor as well. Because, yeah. Ridley hits like a truck in this game. And that attack you gotta basically jump over him to avoid. He also has ground spikes as well. Yeah. Ridley hits hard in this fight. If you don't remember his attacks, he can basically lay in you really quickly. Ow, you bitch! Alright, now you're starting to piss me off. Also wish that was a movie you could do a regular... Ow, fuck! Well, that didn't matter. You're mine, bitch! Finally, the true death of Samus Aran! Mommy! Wait, who's mom? Ah! You... Look at that! The Metroid's fighting your defense! Giving you energy refills as well. Well, kind of. Yeah, actually did refill your energy a bit. And now he's basically going to a few more vicious attacks, but it's basically the same as the previous phase, although there's this. Just make sure you jump and move out of the way after he shoots that. And make sure you don't get in his face, of course. Look out! But yeah, if you don't know to avoid attacks, this phase, a lot of these phases... Oh! Okay, I've never seen this! Oh, Jesus! Oh, Jesus! Ow. Just survived. Actually, I might have seen that before. But yep. When you see Ridley basically in a stance, it looks like he's going to try to grab you. Just jump repeatedly to get over him. Yeah, this last phase can be a little weird. Because a lot of his strong attacks. And also, once you damage him enough... It's weird. There's a certain mechanic in this game that hasn't shown up in this fight yet. Considering how much they were embracing a lot of the other fights, you wouldn't thought they'd do it by now. God damn it, Ridley. Get killed already. Yup. The fast pace of the attacks and how much you have to move around this fight does make it pretty difficult. It's definitely one of the better Ridley fights in the series for sure. Ow, you bitch! Alright, get ready. Counter! Yup. Once the Metroid goes after Ridley, that's your opportunity to counter to go for bigger damage. I think you only get 2 opportunities for that in the whole fight. and which both of them only happen in this last phase. But yep, it made me work going every way to get all the items you can get for this fight. At least for the freaking super missiles and your energy tanks. You want to jump over? Ow. Yeah, say that tail would have hit you too. Yeah, say, there are two stances you want to wait for, basically try to jump over him to get out of the way. That's another one. Unfortunately, you have to do a running jump to freaking get to those. Oh shit! Woof! This is getting down to the wire. Both those reserve tanks used, and down to just less than a whole energy tank remaining. Woo! This is going to be a nail biter.
Only I would make a match this intense, wouldn't I?
Hey, this is a pretty tough fight. I mean, one hell of a last game fight. It's weirdly like the only fight in this entire game that expects you to be like incredibly mobile. The rest of it expect you to like stand still and like wait for your opportunities to damage them. This is the only fight that expects you to like, be moving around frantically with Ridley. I mean, those are some of the best Metroid fights and fights with Ridley. When it expects you to basically move like he does. Oh, it's one of the reasons why Ridley is such a great boss throughout this series. His mobility is one of his strengths. In fact, you have to move alongside him with that. Well, as expected though, you have to do the whole fight over if you die, so, yup. You have to be prepared for a long onslaught. The first phase is honestly the easiest one, because he really just flies around, he can easily...
He only has 2 attacks, so it's predictable.
Yeah, it's a predictable phase.
Because each phase has more attacks they add. And the
yup.
more attacks they add, the more painful it gets.
The stomp attack is the worst one to deal with, but again, easily telegraphed. It's the second and third phase of this fight that make it rough. But as usual, for the last phase, if you can see the counter opportunities and nail them right, it speeds up that phase. Otherwise, the third phase is the longest and hardest. God. I do love those action sequences, though. Like, actually getting to watch frickin' Samus do all she can to save the baby Metroid and basically...
It's great on the first watch. It's nice that they had the skip feature so you can just get to the fight after you've gone through the first part.
I mean, of course. How could a Metroid game be without a fight against Ridley? I don't know, ask Dread. Huh. And it ended up being one of the best. I don't know how to feel about that now. Then again, we call one of the phase the last fight basically a Ridley phase anyway, so freaking whatever. When I think about it, there really are a lot of games that don't have Ridley fights in it. Pretty much just Prime 2 and Dread, that's about it. And original Metroid 2, that's it. Every other game has at least one Ridley fight.
Yeah.
Then again, Super and Prime 3 are the only ones that have 2 Ridley fights. Well, one's plot-centric, one's just plot bait, Super. Well, Prime 3, you actually have 2 legitimate fights.
And Fusion and not Zero Mission, Other M are basically just something else entirely.
Oh, yeah.
One's an X-Parasite and the other one's just some carbon copy the Federation thought was a good idea to fucking make.
Yup. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, Fusion was basically them recreating Ridley. Like, why is the
Fusion is the X-Parasite thing.
Yeah,
then again, you do realize that they're also trying to remake it, which was a horrible fucking idea.
Why did they have, like, the frozen corpse of Ridley on there anyway?
Research, quote-unquote.
We wanted to create our own Metroids. We also wanted to create Ridley, apparently.
We also saw Ridley kick your ass a lot, and we thought it was a good idea to have one of our own. For galactic peace, he says.
My God. The Galactic Federation, man. Like, again, that's why I don't trust the government. You're not wrong, but stop trying to make that fucking loose connection. Galactic Federation's a whole different beast. That grab move is probably the most deadly thing he has, but at least you can tell when he's gonna charge you. He, like, takes a pose and sits for a while, so it gives you enough opportunity to jump out of the way, like that one. He has 2 poses. One on the tail of the ground just sitting there, and the other one he actually looks like he's gonna grab you. And you can time this right. And there we go. Let me ride you. Oh, God, ow. God, dang. God, it burns, bitch. But yep, as usual, counter opportunities give you a lot of chance to damage the boss. So, Makes things a lot easier. So, yep. If the Baby Metroid gives you opportunities to counter, take advantage of them. Like I said, I'm pretty sure you only get 2. But if you take advantage of all of them, this phase is much easier.
I thought I needed to do counter stuff was throwing me off.
Right. I mean, the thing with this fight, it's very easy to know when the counters are coming. There's nothing else to be countered in this fight. Then again, if you could casually counter Ridley, that would just be broken.
That would just make Ridley kind of depressing to fight in hindsight.
Look out! Yup. And again. Alright, another opportunity to nail this, you pretty much kill him. Time to go for another droid ride. Oh, come on, bitch!
I am a learning creature. A slow learning creature, but a learning creature one nonetheless.
How the fuck? No! Ow! My metallic suit. Shit. Well.
And Ridley's offline.
Yup. Ridley's dead. Good. There we go.
I don't foresee anything bad happening after this.
Yep. Well, I guess it didn't work today. He can lather in his misery. Not going to see him again anytime soon. Literally shows up the next day. God damn it. But there you go. With the Ridley fight there, Samus still escapes with the Baby Metroid.
It only took me 2 attempts.
Yep. The second attempt, you freaking schooled him. Once you realize the fight works, oh yeah, that's right, this is easy. Now I see
that's how you work.
Yes. In the black hole. But yeah.
I don't feel right. Isn't there supposed to be a plane exploding?
Who knows? Get another game or 2. See you in 2 games, SR388. There we go! That's the end of Metroid Samus Returns!
The only exposure to Metroid 2 that I've had officially.
Hey, it's probably better off that way.
Yeah. Because the original Metroid 2 isn't a bad game. It does make improvements over the original.
Yeah, definitely.
You can always
it
do
starts
better
setting the structure for the series as a whole.
But there's still some things about the game from a limited perspective that makes it very annoying. The environments aren't super great in the original game. Everything's so samey. The linear structure is kind of exhausting to run around with. And a lot of the Metroids are the only bosses you have are the Metroids and the Queen Metroids, and most of them just sit there and brute force with missiles, and that's pretty much how it goes.
And you have that one optional snail boss thing you get the spring ball from.
Yeah. So, to see this game get a remake was definitely a welcome surprise. I know there was a lot of grief because of AM2R, but, you know, it's on the internet. It's there eternally, so you can find a way to play that game if you really want to try and give that one a chance. Maybe I'll do that one day. But we have this one, and for what it's worth, this official game ain't half bad.
I mean, yeah.
Because the people that made it were the Lords of the Fallen people, which I'm not super familiar with those games in particular, but they aren't bad games. They're just a lot different from the original.
Oh, yeah, the Lords of Shadow Castlevania games.
Lords of Shadow, yeah.
Right.
But, I don't have that much history with those games, and seeing the modern touches that this game got, it's just kind of hard to go back to them because full 360 aiming, the map's quite nice because it actually feels like it does a better job telling you how everything is. The Aeon powers are definitely a little gimmicky compared to what they would eventually evolve into. Yeah. But it's still not terrible.
Oh, Digger Knot.
Yeah. Good old Digger Nuts.
Dig these nuts! Wait. Oh, God.
Anyways, but yeah, that and also the counter system, which is definitely a weird, but not terribly bad inclusion. Wait till a sequel, or Dread, where they actually fully implement that.
The sequel definitely feels better for sure, where this game just feels like an easy way to get through the bosses. And with the standard enemies, it's like, well, they're going to attack me, I just block them, and now I kill them.
Yeah, this game also added a lot more bosses as well, so it makes the game a lot more engaging on that front.
Yep.
Overall, this is just a very good game. Where it would stand on my totem pole of Metroids, I still think it's kind of low overall, but like we said, if this is the lowest, this is the worst
the lowest of like the best.
This is the worst of the best, essentially.
Still
anything at this point onward is definitely considered solid tier Metroid material. This series in general has no, like, there's like maybe like what 5% of the games that are generally, well, let's put it this way, I'd say like 2% of the games are like low, and then there's like the 3% that are just okay. But the rest of the games are always good.
You got original Metroid 1 is definitely bad. Frickin' the rest of them, the low points are frickin' original Metroid 2, Other M, Federation Force, and Prime Hunters.
Yeah.
As somebody who started playing Federation Force to get geared up for Prime 4, yeah, it's still relatively low for me, honestly. That being said,
it's probably more in the okay category, I guess you'd say.
It's a long little Prime Hunters, I'd say. I guess that Prime Hunters, Other M, and Federation Force all around the same for me.
Then there's
they're like just above original.
That's why I say I put the okay category, because that's where I also put Prime Pinball.
Yeah, that's pinball games. I don't really count that much, but
it's still a game, that's course. So
I mean, yeah, of course.
But yeah, overall, this is a good game.
Yep.
And if you haven't played Metroid 2 in any meaningful way because you didn't know how to play it, this and AM2R are very good ways to play it.
Yep. That they are. AM2R goes a little more like trying to be like Metroid Fusion in its style, but
yeah.
Well, this game, it modernizes it, so, there are probably some people that appreciate some more of the free modern touches that this version brings.
Yeah, because AM2R feels more like a Metroid game for Metroid fans.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I still have to play that myself.
I played a bit of it, but then I got lazy.
Right.
But yeah.
Yep, all that's left now is to go through all the artwork. Oh, right, I forgot! Just a reminder. Remember how I said we're going to go back to SR388 in a couple games from now? Now those life suckers are gone, I can finally feast. Ooh, what's that? Looks colorful, shiny. Great. Ah!
Sustenance.
For who? Oh no. Oh great, is that the egg? God damn it.
Also, fun fact for these developers is that they originally wanted to do a remake for Fusion.
Yep.
So I guess they had some assets for what Fusion Remake could look like.
Yep. Hard mode has been unlocked. You can now use Metroid-related amiibo to unlock new content in the gallery. The Access Amiibo main menu from the map menu on the save file screen.
And I guess this is where you come in.
That's where I brought all these in. Yep. So, we just go through the, if we go to the art gallery, go to your file in particular, yes. And then you go to options.
You reached a milestone of item collection completion. As a result, new art has been unlocked in the
Yep,
gallery.
as you got items throughout areas of the game. The frickin'
Here's what the gallery looks like right now.
Shoujo Memories. This is the big one. There are 10 images to see here. And if you complete them all, well, basically you find all the items in the area, you get an image. Basically, we're seeing a lot of the history of how everything in SR388 began.
So first one is, let me go back to the image.
Yep. Everyone will generate as we go. But yep. And 3DS, you can put these in 3D if you want. Not that it matters for the recording, but yeah.
Yeah, but
yep. Basically, you see all these creatures that are basically, like you saw a tease at the end, the X-Parasites.
Yep.
Basically, these creatures are more vicious than before.
More feral, more destructive.
They're basically trying to gather the essence of these creatures, these X-Parasites, to try to study them without dying themselves. And well,
what they learned was terrifying.
Yes, they sent other robots in order to try to... Oh yeah, they tried to send other robots to capture them. Something like that. Kind of hard to tell with some of the images.
Yeah, some of the images are a little bit too busy.
Yep. Adds seeing the true terror of what the X-Parasites could do. Yeah, that was it. Yep. They're trying to contain it, but then the X-Parasites got to other creatures, and, well...
all hell broke loose.
Yep, as you learn the true terror of this.
So the first four is essentially X-Parasite's existence, and they're fighting...
And that led to the creation by the Shoujo of the Metroid.
Originally made specifically to counter the X-Parasites.
Because it could sap energy, thereby killing the life source of what the X-Parasites could contain. And, well, they were very good at it.
Very good job of it.
Yup. X-Parasite could not control Metroids.
Metroids basically are the counter to the X-Parasites.
Honestly, it makes the ink feel more terrifying. They could get control of Metroids.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, basically two different tribes of the Shoujo work together in order to use Metroids to clear out all the X-Parasites.
Now, they have the Metroids under their bank. Then they decided
but yep, they saw that they were starting to evolve.
Yep, they started to evolve.
The creatures they created were more terrifying than they could have imagined. truly a monster that ended up being a bigger thing in the universe. So, they decided to create these seals that we were breaking by killing them. Made so you had to kill some to get to the others.
So in hindsight, maybe we were doing a more dangerous thing.
Well,
because if we locked them out and we didn't make it...
Well, the fact that space parasites came to the planet to steal some of them anyway. But yep.
Then there's two strange people having a conversation with each other.
Yep. All about the... Wait, what the fuck? Okay, what the fuck happened? Oh, and one of them got betrayed.
Yep.
2D out of 10. Okay. Yes. The beginning of the Shozo Civil War, as it were.
Yep.
Yep.
Looks important. Maybe we'll see some fruition of that in another game.
Yes. It's almost like the tease of the future of the series. Oh yeah,
let's look at the amiibo stuff.
Yep,
Now.
I gotta put all this in because it unlocks like 4 different things. So, here's the Metroid amiibo. Put this in. To lock fusion mode, you must first beat the game. Once you have it, you can select new game and start Metroid series Metroid amiibo to access this option. Oh, okay. Okay, so you can't do it that one, but... Yeah, basically, fusion mode's harder than hard mode. That's
basically, super hard mode.
Yep, and you get to be all the fusion suit stuff in that. There is the ER Reserve tank. Has already been acquired. Okay, there we go. For the original Metroid 2, yep. That's for the Samus amiibo from Metroid Samus Returns in particular. And the reserve tank's already there. This is the Samus amiibo for Smash Brothers.
Concept art.
Yep. And here's the last one is the Zero Suit Samus amiibo. That will give you the music. Those are all the extra unlockables you get. That you need the Samus, basically the Metroid amiibos in particular, to get. Yep.
There's Metroid 2 Classic.
Yep. We go over some of the original artwork.
And while we're looking at this, maybe we want to continue on with that list right here. Anyways.
Yeah, I was just going to say my final thought. We're basically...
Well, yeah, you should say your thoughts as well, actually.
Samus Returns, you know, after playing the original Metroid 2 when I got on the Virtual Console on 3DS, I was not impressed much by it. Oh my god!
The Omegas look hideous. Or is that Zeta? I can't tell.
I think it's a Zeta.
That's
the Omega, yeah.
Probably tough to
I mean, it is an original Game Boy game, so you know, going back to it after playing freaking Super Metroid and Fusion and Zero Mission, it definitely felt a lot rougher. And you know, once I heard this remake came out, I was like, you know, if there's any Metroid game left that deserves a remake, it was this one. And yeah, this remake, some clunky mechanics aside, the Eon and the counters, were very good. It took me playing the second time to realize how faithful the maps actually were to how original Metroid 2 were. Yeah, the better environments, the additional bosses, the fact it played like Super Onward, the free aim, the counter mechanic, yeah.
Well, I'd say the free aim was definitely something that this game introduced that puts us above a lot of the 2D games in that regard.
Yeah, being able to freely...
No game had ever had the free aim to that level.
Yup, that is true. I mean, they did have diagonal aiming. For how simple those games were, it tended to work fine for those.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad, but this level of free aim was definitely something that wasn't there in the original series, in the 2D games at the very least.
Yeah. But, yeah, it is just, compared to the rest of the 2D games, this is still an oddball. Because the fact you're basically going around hunting down these Metroids and all these little miniature boss fights, and having to basically clear all them in the area to go to the next one. It's weird how once the zones work. Oh yeah, all those beams were also Metroid 2, but you can only have one at a time. So that's fun as well.
Yeah. That's also fun.
Ice, Plasma, Spazer, and Wave Beam. You can all have separately. And the last artwork they had was the frickin' basically box art for the game.
Yep.
But yep, that is a great box art, I do say. I do love that box art.
Yeah.
And we have some of the artwork for this game in particular. Some of the character art for the remake. I mean, visual designs are nice. I do like that a lot of the Metroids actually felt like boss fights and not just like missile sponges. Like, the combat against these things evolved as much as the counter mechanic felt like it got a little too in the way sometimes of some things.
I also like the added retcon continuity of Ridley being there.
Yup. Being half mechanical, half organic, and by the time you get to friggin', well, the next game, Super Metroid, Ridley is basically the main antagonist. And, he's basically fully organic at that point. Space Pirates, I guess, fully revitalize him at that point. But, yeah, the additional boss fights definitely helped. But yeah, the counter and the Eon mechanics are definitely the things, like, they kind of make you stop to interact with some of these things. They kind of kill the flow in some spots, but...
I guess that's why I didn't mind it so much, because I'm always stopping and going anyway.
I mean, yeah, true. And there's the fusion suit stuff. Well, that's what you'd see if you'd be playing in fusion mode. If you ever cared for that sort of thing. But, yeah, overall, it's still a great Metroid game. It's my least favorite of the 2D if we're not counting the original first two, but, hey, considering how high a bar the rest of them are, that's not to say this is a bad game. This is a great Metroid game. Like, yeah, other than the whole speedrunning thing, which is annoying to try to do, I could definitely see myself come back to replay this occasionally. Just not as much as all the others. Like, I've been at the point I wanted to replay Super Metroid again. Because of going through this, but... yeah. Only had additional powers in this game that weren't in the original. Oh, I can't think of too many of them on the top of my head, other than the Eon powers.
Like, they didn't really add much. The only things they really added were the additional powers and the fact that beams are actually stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
Instead of having to go around and get them individually, which is...
They basically did modern refinements to original Metroid 2. So it's not quite the revamp like what Zero Mission was with the original, but...
Then again, going from the first game to Zero Mission was definitely a larger leap compared to Metroid 2 to this. Metroid 2 still had a lot of good things going for it in terms of foundation, but there were still cracks in the seams.
They kept a lot of the foundation pretty similar, other than the additional boss fights in this remake. But, and there's your soundtrack, of course. The music is pretty good for this game, too. But, yeah, it just doesn't live up to the rest of the 2D Metroid games for me, but I know some people say it's their favorite Metroid game. I mean, I'm not going to hold it against you. It's still a great game. I just feel like it just pales a little bit in comparison to the others, is all.
I mean, you could say that from this game onward, you could say that any one of these are your favorite.
Yeah.
And you can make a pretty good argument for each of them.
Zero Mission's a great intro. This game modernized Metroid and feels interesting the way they modernized Metroid 2 as a whole. Super Metroid is a classic. Metroid Fusion has, like, the atmosphere that maybe none of the others did. And Dread feels like it combines a lot of them into a very cohesive package. Like, all of them have their strong points.
Yeah.
I just feel like this one has the least, that's all.
Yep.
Everything that was clunky in this is improved in Dread. And that's why Dread is very high for me as well.
Same here.
But yeah, there's always replayability trying to speed run, and, well, the fact they didn't force you to get all the power-ups to basically the 100% speed run ending like Zero Mission and Fusion did, it's appreciated that the 100% is just kind of an aside.
Yeah.
And I like the Prime games just made it so it's just 100% and not having to worry about speed. Speeding in a 3D game like the Prime series can be kind of hard.
Yeah, speed in a 3D environment is always difficult. It's why when games that usually have speed runs in a 3D environment are usually more linear focused as opposed to exploration focused.
The only ones that have been able to really do it incredibly well are Doom. The Doom games, and, well, for some people that indie game Neon White.
I still haven't played Neon White yet. I should get to that at some point.
Yeah, it's a fun one. Again, cringy story, but hey, the gameplay is freaking fun. And once you beat the main story, they basically give you, like, arcade-style ways to play it. Like, you basically have to go through all of them in a marathon. It can be taxing, but it's a fun game.
Yeah.
This game's story depends on what your tastes are. But for most people, it's not amazing. It was okay, though. Feels like typical anime fare. Anyway, I guess I'll do it for Metroid Samus.
Yeah, Metroid 2 is basically done and dusted.
Yep.
So next time we come back to the Metroid universe.
Other room? No.
What you're hearing is, whatchamacallit, Prime Hunters. God damn it.
Oh, God. We're going to go after Prime 1. Oh, God, no.
Yeah,
Trick. Guess what? We're going to be doing Prime 4 next. Oh, God.
What you're telling me is that you're playing Prime Pinball. God.
I think I have that somewhere. I don't remember where, though.
All jokes aside, next game that will be back from the Metroid universe will
probably going to be Super Metroid. Or its eventual remake. Please don't.
Alright, see you guys then. Later, people.